Ian Madigan here with Jordi Murphy for a chat. Great to have you on, George. Obviously, you're a goal ambassador, similar to myself.
Yeah, well, obviously in these strange times, Go, one of the really big, obviously, charity in Ireland, is having a lot of difficulty this year organising Goal Mile. Well, it's not actually going to be able to be organised events around the country, so they're going virtual this year. So obviously, due to government guidelines and COVID this year, they can't have large gatherings and events. So they're hoping that people will do their own Goal Mile with kind of close friends and family, obviously keeping safe and at a good distance around the Christmas period, and they'll still go online and register at goalmile.org, and obviously all the money goes to a brilliant cause. And it's one of those things that, like, personally I've done for years with friends and family, and it'd just be a nice thing to still be able to do around the Christmas period. Obviously, I've touched on it, they won't be able to organise large events, but on that Christmas morning, lunchtime, or Boxing Stephen's Day, whatever you want to call it, that kind of time with friends and family where you want to get out and just get a bit of fresh air, and why not try and support a great charity like Go while doing it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe your granddad was behind the great idea to start it off.
Yeah, so my granddad Noel Carroll was an Olympic runner for Ireland. He's passed away now about 20 years, but he had a really strong connection with goal, and according to my mother, he came up with the idea for the goal mile back in 1982. So it's obviously grown a lot since then, and as I said, it's one of those things that I really remember growing up was Christmas Day, always going down to Belfield when the old running track was there, and going meeting friends and family. And my family was always involved in kind of the money collection side of things as well, and just trying to help out in any way they could on the day. So I'm delighted, obviously, to be jumping on board with Goal, and to be able to promote it in whatever way I can, and to try and continue that tradition, I suppose, and a bit of a legacy that he's left there. So the last couple of years, I haven't been doing it in Belfield, but anytime I've got down, I've tried to do it with my mother and her husband John down in Herbert Park. But this year it might be a Belfast Goal Mile for me and for you, I hope.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have great memories of doing the goal mile when I was younger. I remember in the earlier years, it would have been me and Dave, my older brother, trying to beat my dad on the track. And then once we passed him out, we'd be competing with each other. But yeah, it was always very competitive. That's obviously not the main reason behind doing it, but I think we couldn't help ourselves when we were younger. And I remember really trying to get after Dave, and he was always a bit fitter and a bit quicker than me. But I think he was in sixth year one year, and I was in third year, still fit and a good bit lighter. And he'd been out for a few pints on Christmas Eve, so that was my time to go get him. And the two of us
Yeah,
ended up
yeah.
running each other into the ground. Ended up with a persistent cough for the rest of the day. So I certainly wouldn't recommend that. But no, it's great.
Well,
Like
that's the
goals are
great thing
fantastic.
about it, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah,
it
to be
is. And
able
look,
to,
it's a
like, some
fantastic
people are
charity.
there running. Sorry, I'm cutting over you there, but so many people
No,
are
you're right.
kind of just doing it like to kind of either jog, walk. It's some people crawling the bloody thing, and then other people are trying to sprint around, do it as fast as possible. So it's kind of for everyone. Bring the dog along, push the prams, everything. So no, that was the great thing about it. It was kind of inclusive for everyone, wasn't it? So
Yeah, absolutely. And
that's
we've
great.
both been lucky enough as ambassadors of Goal to see the great work that Goal does on the ground. I was lucky enough to go over to Ethiopia with Leo Cullen, another good friend of ours, and I got to see what where the money goes, I suppose, and you really get to see firsthand that they really are making a huge difference, changing lives over there, which is brilliant. Yeah, so it's certainly a great charity to get behind. So hopefully everyone gets out over the Christmas period, not necessarily on Christmas Day, but at some stage. And as you said, get a bit of fresh air into the lungs and see if you can post a good time.